solving this issue for the longest time. You did your investigations and you heard from the, Hamidou Jan orders and the government stand on this matter. But after all, what happened? The recent scarcity, the impact it has, the challenges that Gambian face. Eventually, I think it's easing down now somehow because cement is coming in as, as not still expected, but eventually it have now improved. What do you think could be learned from this? And that feeling the government would now listen, probably reconsider some of the standard they have took, or basically hence now the situation seems to be okay, and the like of Jah Oil have assured Gambians they will continue to make sure that there's enough cement in this country. I think that's a good assurance.
That's not responsibility of Jah Oil. Jah Oil's responsibility is to run his business. He can sell 1 kilo if he wants, 1 bag of cement. He can sell 100 tons if he wants. The responsibility, Jah Oil is not responsible for cement here. Hamidou Jah is responsible for running his business and his business alone. Have you ever seen the financial statement of Jah Oil? No. It's a private company.
Yeah,
he is not obligated to publish it. He can keep it and nobody should even ask him because it is his right. It's a private company owned by a private individual. We don't even know the shareholding structure of his company, nor should we. It's a private company. Something that is of national importance, like cement, that is important for construction, where even if you have a slight drop in it, it can affect the whole GDP. That one should not rest on the shoulders of one company. This is the fundamental lesson we need to learn from here. And this is the lesson that this government fails to understand. They don't want to understand because politically it's not in their interest to understand. They benefit, the people they are benefiting, I'm going to be blunt here, are political patrons who are financing them and their campaign. And they have every incentive to go and help those companies. It's corruption, pure and simple. State capture. What is happening here is that the lesson that we all Gambians should learn is, if Jah Oil goes and makes, if Hamidou Jah stands and makes a promise that they are going to make sure that there is cement available, that is a huge problem. That's not the responsibility of it. What we should have.
But Jah Oil is a key player.
But let me get to that. Before the government put these obstacles in there, we had, the market was nimble. If there was increase in demand or not, we didn't feel the shortage. Why? Because to order cement from Senegal to Gambia, the difference between ordering and delivery is a matter of days. If you are importing cement from Vietnam, what is the difference between ordering and receiving? If you are lucky, weeks. In some cases, months. What that means is that when there is, in a seasonal market like cement, when you have periods of acute increase in supply, companies that depend on this bulk may not be able to respond quickly to the market. While if you have small players in the market that can order small or large quantities from Senegal.
But prior to the recent scarcity, they have been continuously, making sure that cement is available in this country. And again, another question is, why should we as a country continue to import bagged cement in other countries if we can bag cement here in our country by local industries?
There's nothing wrong with, nobody says there's anything wrong with bagged cement. They can bag here as much as they want. Yeah. What we said is, don't prevent other people from bringing back cement. Yes. No, listen, the government basically what it did was, it said, they didn't prevent.
Doctor, but we are not preventing them.
Technically, they are preventing them.
No.
So, let me...
Yeah, but
let me give an example here.
No, that is not the case.
If somebody...
But time. No,
I'm not denying what doctor is saying.
Doctor, please.
How much way they
no, interest.
Doctor, Doctor Lumuwa. Doctor Lumuwa, Doctor Lumuwa, we are open. Government we are Democrats.
We are supporting only 3 companies against thousands of people. What is democracy there?
Doctor, finally, can you land, please?
Doctor, prevent
why
not? Local price. Senegal, you can price.
Okay. Doctor, can you please land? Yeah. Can you land, please?
Yeah. Now, I was just going to say.
Yeah, please, finally.
You know, the government, technically, they didn't prevent importation of bag cement, but they made the price so high that it makes no sense anymore because they made so that per bag, the amount of tax is $180. No matter how cheap it is from Senegal now, a bag cement importer will now have to sell their cement at much higher price than anyone doing bulk. There's nothing wrong with doing bulk. I mean, nothing wrong with it.
All right, thank you. Thank you, doctor. And I know there is